What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another Legend Spotlight in our series. I hope you guys have been enjoying this. I certainly have been. Before we get started, I want to let you know that I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on twitch.tv/IamDannyDelight. The link is in the description. We also have a Discord where you can chat with me, talk about Apex, lore, or just gameplay, how to use a specific legend, ask questions to the community, organize games with your friends. The link to that is also in the description. I'm not going to waste any time today, guys. Let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the newest addition to the Apex games, the salvation of Salvo, the ambassador of Boom, our resident explosive enthusiasts. I'm talking, of course, about Walter Fitzroy, otherwise known as Fuse. Fuse is an assault style legend who specializes in explosives. To me, what's interesting about Fuse is that unlike most of the other offensive legends who promote a short range, up in your face kind of playstyle, to me, Fuse excels at medium to long range, which is perfect because the current meta seems to be promoting a long range, medium range kind of setup. While I do think it's possible to play Fuse up close and personal, I think he excels at medium to long range, as you really don't want to be in the same room as somebody who you just piled a bunch of grenades on top of. And it's rather difficult to use his ultimate in close quarters, although there are exceptions. We will get to that. In my opinion, Fuse is a B to C tier legend. He specializes in keeping the pressure on and terrorizing those who think they're safe behind cover. Alright guys, let's jump right into it with Fuse's passive ability, Grenadier. Fuse can fire grenades with the grenade launcher on his right arm, allowing him to launch them further, faster, and more accurately. Additionally, he could stockpile grenades in stacks of 2, allowing you to always be ready with those explosives. Like Wattson with her ultimate accelerants, this allows you to constantly be stocked and prepared, so I recommend you take advantage of this. In my opinion, you get the most out of arc stars and thermites. However, this is personal preference. Keep in mind that frag grenades are going to bounce off walls even harder thanks to that extra speed, and you'll be able to see the path that they're going to take, so use this to your advantage if you decide to use the frags. However, I think that it's best if you use arc stars because it is so easy to stick people. The way I've been playing Fuse is when I approach a fight, I pull out that arc star, especially if I'm more medium to close range where it's even easier to do so. Try and get a cheeky play where I stick somebody immediately, and if I'm able to do that, I along with my team will push that, turn a 3v3 into a 3v2. And as we all know, Apex team fights finish up a lot quicker when you have numbers on your side. Fuse is also one of the first legends that we've seen really suited for crowd control. Because of the nature of Apex Legends, there are often situations where there are very large team fights where multiple teams are involved. Occasionally, these types of fights collapse in on each other, and the entire fight, or more likely a portion of the fight, happens in very close quarters. This is ideal for Fuse. For example, in this clip, you could see that there's a large team fight going on where the last 4 squads are involved. We try and poke at it from a distance, and I use my passive ability to spam grenades on the area that everyone is fighting, doing a ton of damage and setting me and my team up for the win. There's a team to the left as well. Careful.
I think we just hold this
back up
here.
Yeah, back up a little bit.
Yeah, we're good right here, guys, to be honest. This rock is the edge right here. I'll let you know.
Dude, what is going on?
Over there.
One squad left.
That's the last one.
One's down.
He's over there. Resing.
Knocked one.
Last one's in the corner.
He one shot. He literally one shot Danny. Right there, healing. There you go.
Shit.
The fireworks! As you can see, the grenades constantly keep pressure on the teams that we're fighting, never allowing them to get their feet underneath them, putting us at a huge advantage. And when I use my tactical ability, coupled with my R99, there's nothing that this last team can do. Which perfectly brings us over to our tactical ability, the Knuckle Cluster. Fire a cluster bomb that continuously explodes airburst explosives on impact, sticking to a surface or enemy, dealing up to 50 damage per grenade. This is very easy to stick people with, and is incredibly useful for situations when somebody is hiding behind cover. It's also worth knowing that a single bomb can destroy Loba black markets, Revenant death totems, and Rampart amped cover. However, just like the rest of Fuse's kit, this can be intercepted by Wattson pylons. One way that I've gotten a lot of use out of it is when you're doing a lot of damage to a player and they rush inside holding that door, you could use your Knuckle Buster, fire it right at the door, and do damage through it, potentially getting a cheeky knock. However, when you're fighting inside, be careful not to use this haphazardly, as it will do damage to you if you don't get enough distance between it. This is a great counter against lifelines, as it forces them away from the cover of their shield and potentially re-knocks the person they're rezzing. In my opinion though, it's most effective when teams are stacked on top of each other holding the same cover. For example, in this clip, we roll up on a team, they're all stacked right on top of each other, making it an easy play for me. I launch my Knuckle Cluster, getting an easy knock and doing damage on the other two. I knocked one. Something that's very interesting to me about Apex Legends is that there are some legends whose abilities are designed to work all together in tandem. Wattson and Crypto are great examples of this. However, there are also legends whose abilities do different things to cover different bases. Caustic and Pathfinder are great examples of this. Fuse is kind of in the middle. Independently, all of his abilities are actually quite good. However, you could tell that he was designed with a certain attack type in mind. But before we discuss that, let's talk about Fuse's ultimate ability, the Motherload. Launch a bombardment that encircles a target in a wall of flames, exploding midair, doing an initial damage of 35, slowing enemies, and persistently ticking 8 damage up to a maximum of 75. The community seems most underwhelmed by this part of Fuse's kit. You could tell that Fuse was designed to use this ability, encircle a team, trapping them in the flames, and then spamming grenades while they're in there. However, most people will just eat that 75 damage to get away, or using whatever movement mechanic that team's movement legend has available to them to escape your flames. In my opinion, this ability seems to work best for zoning, keeping enemy teams at arm's length or punishing them for pushing a choke point. For example, in this clip, there's a small choke that this team is pushing in from behind us. They have the drop on us, we're at a disadvantage. However, I drop the Motherload, annihilating 2 of the 3 legends, allowing us to easily pick them off and swiftly wrap up this fight. Perfect. That is the perfect situation. I knocked 2. You're on your own.
Best mate, next part's dropping on me.
Got him.
Oh, he is that weak. Oh.
I think Fuse's Motherload is extremely effective when you're holding that choke point. However, oftentimes it's just not enough to get the job done. Despite the 75 damage that this can do, it's slow damage, easily counterable. So in my opinion, if you're not going to use this for zoning, which I think it's most effective for, you're going to need to use this in tandem with other abilities, potentially coordinating with the rest of your team, using a Gibby ult, Caustic Gas, or potentially just spamming the grenades. The last thing about using this ability that I want to mention is using it indoors. Using the Motherload indoors can be extremely devastating, trapping a team inside, keeping them from pushing out. This will additionally keep them trapped in certain areas of the room, allowing you to easily pick them off. However, a word of warning, this is a very easy way to get yourself killed. The way I have avoided taking damage doing this is by stepping into the room just into the doorway, aiming the Motherload far away from me, and backing out as I drop it. This ensures that I'm out of the way of the flames, avoiding the slowing effects and the damage. So what do you think about Fuse? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Fuse is B tier, C tier like I do? Do you think he's diamond rank potential? Is he part of your team? Regardless, I think he's a ton of fun and a great addition to the game, and I'm excited to see what you guys do with him in the Outlands. Don't forget to like, follow, or subscribe if you enjoyed. Don't forget, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on twitch.tv/IamDanielDelight. You can follow me on TikTok if you want to see the condensed version of the videos that you love to see over on YouTube, as well as some original content. And follow me on Twitter if you want to be a part of the giveaways that I'm doing in the future. I appreciate you watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. This is 2 teams.
There you go, right on. That was a kill leader. I knew it was gonna be the kill leader. That was that try hard. Gibby.